Welcome back, design students. Let's go ahead and finish this thing up. All right, so this is where we left off. We have this shape animating around our text, and we need to reverse this and so that it can end up at the top here and then wipe all the text away and disappear. So to do that, we're going to need to start by creating a hold frame for the end trim path. So click the keyframe button here. So now we have 3 keyframes here. And then we're going to move forward a little bit. Not very much. And we're going to create hold frames for all 3 of these. And just click the keyframe button for each one. So we create 3 hold frames here. And then we're going to move forward some. And we're going to click and drag on the end trim so that it ends right up at the top like that. And then we're going to click and drag on the start trim so that it ends on the top right like that. And now we're going to animate the position of this shape. So we can do that by opening up the rectangle path shape, and here is its position. So we need to click the watch to create that first keyframe and move forward a little bit and animate its Y position so that it comes down like so. And change these 2 keyframes to Easy Ease. Select them both, use the keyframe assistant, Easy Ease. And this is what we should have so far. And this is what we have so far. What we need to do next is create a mask and attach it to this layer so that we will wipe out all the rest of this text as it goes down. Notice that we have a lot of layers here. We can't create a mask on every single layer and sync them up. That would be almost impossible. So what we're going to do is take all of these middle layers and collapse them into one. We're going to make what's called a pre-composition. So select the first layer. Do not select the shape layer at the top. Select the first layer next to that. Hold down Shift and select the next to last layer so that you have all of the middle text layers selected. And then you're going to right-click and select Pre-compose. And then all you got to do is click OK, and that collapses everything into one layer. Now we can add a mask to this layer very easily. If we need to change anything about this layer, then we can double-click it, and that will bring up all the layers that make up that layer. Any change we make in here will carry through to here. So now let's select the top shape layer and hit U to reveal all the keyframes. And at this point, we need this layer to disappear. So let's create a mask so that we can wipe away all this text. Select the pre-composition layer, grab the rectangle mask tool, and create a rectangular mask that encompasses the whole pre-composition layer. And then select that mask using the select tool and drag it down. You can hold down Shift to lock it into the vertical Y axis. And then we're going to open up the mask, turn on animation for mask path. Then we're going to go back to the beginning, and we're going to grab that mask and move it up, holding down Shift, and align it with the very bottom of that shape. So now what we have is this. Now let's check and make sure everything works. Now the reason that these animations are not synced up is because they're not Easy Ease. So let's select both of these keyframes, right-click on them, and change them to Easy Ease. And they should sync up better. And let's check it out. Now the final thing we need to do is make this shape disappear. I'm going to close up the pre-composition layer, and I'm going to select this shape layer, And I'm going to collapse it, open this shape layer back up, and we're going to animate the scale. So I'm going to open up the transform rollout here, and I'm going to make sure that I begin this a few frames after it stopped moving. So I'm going to click the watch to turn on the animation for scale. Need to make sure that it's unlinked by clicking this. Make sure that's turned off. And then I'm going to animate its X scale. So we're going to move a few frames after it stopped moving here, move a few frames forward. I'm going to turn on animation of the transform scale, unlink the X and Y scale, and then we're going to move forward a few frames and make the X scale 0. And don't forget to change these two keyframes to easy ease. And this is what we have. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you can use these techniques in some of your original text reveals and animations. And I'll see you in the next tutorial.